Principal Admin of Samain, put your hand up. You can contact him, take his contact. You can send the forms directly to us. So by having these canals, the ministry is going to monitor where work is done. It's very simple, no QR, no pay. Have landowners which have signed this. So these are the incentives we have in place, and what
Permanent Secretary at PM's office, as well as the Permanent Secretary of Waterways, Permanent Secretary of Sugar, Ministry of Sugar, Permanent Secretary of Immigration, the Chief Executive Officer of Rekereke Town Council, notable citizens of Rekereke, the former Minister, Mr. Josh Shiraj, the renowned Pandit from Rekereke, Chair of the Western Division Advisory Drainage Board, Mr. Fayaz Ali, and other members. Thank you very much for coming to this consultation session. I won't be long because this session is for you. This is a session where we would want to listen from you. But as PS Karan alluded to, I would want to shed a few things, shed light on the broader objective of the ministry, the commitment, and this issue of flooding at Rekereke town. Ladies and gentlemen, as PS Karan has mentioned, the establishment of Ministry of Waterways demonstrates government's commitment to ensure a couple of things. One is we develop a long-term strategy in recognizing the importance of waterways and important position waterways plays in Fiji's growth and development. Up till now, we haven't really have a national level of discourse on importance of waterways. We have always taken for granted that waterways are there and it will remain there, and therefore we are enjoying the benefits from the waterways that we have in urban area, peri-urban area, and rural areas. But I think it's time now to start a national level discourse about importance of waterways. What are our commitment to protecting our waterways, looking after waterways, to ensure that future Fijians are also guaranteed secure source of water through our waterways. So that's a broader agenda that we will be developing a national waterways policy and strategic document which lead to development of a specific waterways legislation. The other issue that we often talk about is some of the positive and negative effects of waterways in our urban, peri-urban, rural areas. Often linked to this discourse is issues of flooding, issues of drought, lack of water. But if you look at overall water scenario, as alluded to by PS Karan, water availability, the volume of water and availability is not an issue in the country. It's a small country. It is the management of water. If you see drought on one side of the island, you will see a lot of water on the other side. And in this day and age, with technology, we can ensure that even though a particular section or cross-section of the country is under drought, we can ensure using technological development and investment, water is available to all. So in reality, even though there is drought in Fiji, in some corners, cross-sections, but water, overall water availability is not an issue. It's basically water management, the efficiency of water use. Ladies and gentlemen, with this word, I want to say that we are committed to ensuring that the rank and file, the business sector, the urban area, households are having access to water. And also the negative effects of the climate change that is having on small island countries in particular are mitigated. For too long, we have been hearing this issue of flooding in towns and cities and its negative effect, particularly in towns like Nendi, Rekireki, Ba, to some extent. But we haven't seen that level of commitment that has been required in investment to deal with these issues and problems. We now, with the establishment of Ministry of Waterways, we are developing a comprehensive strategy so that we deal with this problem in a holistic manner. We are looking at the issue of flooding. We're looking at both upstream and downstream investment strategies. At the upstream level, we need to, one, ensure that we develop retention dams. For example, in Nendi, the two rivers that cause flooding in Nendi town area are the Nawaka River and Nendi River. Based on an extensive detailed survey by JICA, which recommended 3 things that needs to be done, which will also apply to Rekireki. Here also we have got 2 rivers contributing to flooding in Rekireki town, the Nakawandra River and the Penang River. In Nendi, we are required to build 12 retention dams. Now the purpose of retention dams is to retain water in the dam when there's heavy rain, and then release the water slowly so that you don't have flooding. Flooding happens when you have water coming at a particular point in time, total volume of water gushing down to the lower valleys. All these towns were never planned. There was 1 or 2 shops, and then more shops came in, etc. So now we have to deal with this issue without disrupting the urban setup. We have now constructed 4 retention dams in Nendi, and we're looking at completing the other retention dams, which will assist us in kind of smoothing off the flow of water down to the town. In addition to that, there are other things that needs to be done. We need to dredge the river, we need to widen the river, we need to straighten up the rivers, because when you have river unwinding, then the probability or likelihood of water overflowing is higher, because during flood time the flow of water is quite fast. Similarly, in Rekireki, we are now looking at a comprehensive package to deal with this, and it will be about a 3-year program. Immediately, what we want to do is this Saturday there's a tender coming out, as PS alluded to give out contract out to a particular vendor to dredge the Penang River. That will happen maybe in 1.5 months' time. That particular project will begin. We also are looking at immediately, with the allocation of $200,000 to Rekireki Town, $212,000 to Rekireki Town. These are the things that we would want to do immediately. Both myself and PA had a discussion with the CEO and asked him that he begin immediately this particular project. And the MOA that we signed about 2 weeks ago, now we will gonna release the grant on a quittal basis, because we will survey. Our engineers will come and look at whether the work has been done as per the contract, and then only will release funds that will ensure better and maximum utilization of the fund. So these are the things that we will immediately, the town council will begin to do. One, at the back of MH supermarket to Gafur, clearing and construction of new open channel drains on both sides. It's about 180 meters of work. From the back of FDB to the Josh Shuraj supermarket, we're looking at construction of new open channel and installation of culverts, about 11.8 meters of work. Then we're looking at Dr. Naidu's to back of Addis Motel, construction and installation of new open channel drains and installation of culverts, about 100 meters of work there. Then we're looking at the CMF Church, Dhireshu CMF Church, construction new drains and installation of culverts, about 80 meters of work there. We're looking at Ria Service Lane, Naidu's building to Bank of Baroda, clearing and construction of drains. 100 meters there, we will work on that. Addis motel frontage to Nakawandra River, clearing and construction of drains. Back of Lynn's Bakery to main Nakawandra River, clearing and widening of public drain, links to main Nakawandra River. Then we're looking at Land Transport Authority office to main Nakawandra River Bridge, construction of new open channel, 63 meters. Then we're looking at Rammurthy main drain, construction of new drains, 200 meters. MH Compound Road main drain, construction of installation of new public drains, 200 meters. Back of Sunil Chand's lot of Watumani, clearing of debris. Gelema, besides the Iguana rentals towards Akbar Garage, construction of concrete open channel, 65 meters. This total work is approximately $212,000. So all work must be done in the financial year before 30th of June. Otherwise, the council will not get the money will go back to consolidated fund. So now the reason why I have itemized this, and we'll give you a copy, is you now keep on meeting the CEO of Reki Reki Town Council and remind him that the 212,000 has been allocated for this work, and ensure that they work hard, work efficiently, and deliver this work by end of June. Now, some may say it's not possible, but I can tell you that it's possible if you are dedicated, committed. I think it's important that we begin this work. So what we are planning in Reki Reki is straightening the river, cleaning up the river with the debris, and cleaning up these drains and opening up the drains and getting new culverts where is needed, and dredging the river. So this is the holistic plan. In addition to this, we are looking at building retention dams in the next financial year. We want to factor into the next budget retention dams up at the Nakawandra and the Penang River. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we are saying here is that we are committed. We understand the suffering that has been and the cost to loss of business as well as damage to the existing infrastructure in the CBD area. And we don't want to go back and talk about the past, who is responsible, etc. Let's work now, look forward, and let's work together with the town council and deliver these projects that we want to do to ensure that we minimize the damage that could affect from any potential flooding. We are looking at no flooding in Reki Reki. Thank you.